Hey, as Jim King with Insights to Freedom. Welcome back. We're here at the beginning of 2021, and I was just doing some work in the office today and have a few minutes, so I wanted to get out a video to everybody just with some new ideas for the new year. And I've got them written down back here, and get a hold of me if you want to talk these through a little bit more, but I think it's important to set some goals at the beginning of each year. They may be physical goals like, hey, I want to go for a walk every day, or, I want to start working out every day, or those kinds of things. But to make those goals attainable and to not say, oh gosh, I want to lose 50 pounds in the month of January and try to make it almost impossible. Try to set goals for yourself that you can attain. But with Insights to Freedom, oftentimes we talk about those things in life that are normal for us, like maybe travel goals or health goals or money goals or those kind of things. But today I want to concentrate mainly on some money goals and some things that have helped my wife and I as we are moving into this different season with the kids and the grandkids gone, some things that have worked for us over the years, okay? So I've written those things down, and you'll see at the top I said 2021 money goals. And in the world of coronavirus and changing governments and those kinds of things, there are unknowns. But let me just say that if you do not set goals, then I know that you're gonna reach your goals, because you don't really have any goals to go after or not reach. So to set goals can be a little more scary because, hey, we don't know what the tomorrow's going to hold. We don't know those things, so therefore let's just not set any goals. And I just don't think you're going to move down the road very quickly. If we do continue on and we're making money and we're doing business and those kind of things, how do we change our thought process? So in the money goals, the number one thing is begin to think long range. A lot of times in our culture especially, we want instant success right now, and we don't really have long-term goals very well. So, even today I'm looking through the news and some of the things with the inauguration, and one of the main things that was talked about was, the power lottery, the Powerball, whatever, I don't even know what it's called, is over $1 billion now. And there's this great big article, and I think that's the news, but it's also getting people to think more and more in terms of you got to win it big right now. That way you don't really have to dedicate yourself and to work long term to go after those goals. So therefore you just, you either win it big or you don't do anything. I don't agree with that particular perspective, and I think one of the things that we need to do, and maybe one of your goals this year, is to get away from the speculative mindset where I'm putting money and it needs to make me huge returns right away. The reality is there's very few of those out there, and they all come with fairly high risk of loss of the money that you're putting into it, okay? The other one is, don't be afraid to capitalize. You know that I'm about infinite banking and setting aside money into mutual insurance, high cash value, dividend paying life insurance policies. And those life insurance policies are going to guarantee returns over a long process, and it's going to grow and grow and grow because the interest being earned on it is never broken, so that it's compounding for the rest of your life. But in this, don't be afraid to capitalize that system, because as you put in more and more money, more and more cash is available for you to do the banking things of your life. So don't be afraid to capitalize. Some people are like, I don't know what's going to happen in the government and the system right now, so I'm afraid to do anything with money. And then they tend to not, and they miss out on capitalizing a system that they can use for the rest of their life. Okay, number 3, don't steal from your system. We tend to live in environment where we put money into a 401k or an IRA or something along that line, and we're penalized if we use that money. But if it's cash available to us, we tend to steal from it and not pay it back and not treat it in the same way. So one of the goals this year should be, hey, I don't want to steal from the system that I have. I want to use the system, but I want to pay it back. I want to pay it back with interest so that my system gets bigger and bigger. Okay, number 4 is getting away from doing business with banks. Wow, what a concept. Like, if that was our goal, that we want to get away from third-party creditors of any kind, maybe it doesn't happen this year, maybe it doesn't happen in 5 years, but what about 10 years? If you could get away from doing business with banks or third-party creditors of any kind in a fairly short period after capitalizing your system, would that be an advantage to you? Okay, think of all the interest that we spend and give away and money that flows away from our family just because we have to use somebody else's money to do the things in life, whether it be college education, a vehicle or vehicles, maybe a mortgage, even things like utilities or smaller expenditures that we don't really look at it, like